Breaking news, a massive Category 4 hurricane is heading straight for the East Coast. And if Hurricane Florence stays that strong, it'll be the most powerful hurricane to hit the Carolinas in nearly 30 years. Joining me now on the phone from a plane that just flew over the hurricane is Paul Flaherty. He's the flight director for NOAA Hurricane Hunters. He's also a meteorologist. Paul, thanks very much for coming on now. Tell us what you saw when you flew over this storm.
Well, this is the third day I've been flying the storm on this aircraft with this crew, and it is greatly increased in its strength over these last 3 days. We did expect to find a much stronger storm today, which we did. It was a little bit eroded on the south side, which we weren't expecting to see, and we're hoping maybe it'll cause it to weaken a little. It certainly allowed it to stop rapidly intensifying at about 940 to 945 millibars. But people have to know that the forecast of this thing coming into the U.S. as a major Category 4, potentially Category 5 storm. This is extremely important. They need to be paying attention.
We're looking at some video now, our viewers, from a flight yesterday. In that time frame, how much stronger has the storm been getting each time you take a look at it?
Yeah, well, we were watching it as the eye wall was forming yesterday. We had an interesting view yesterday on the G4, and of course with our P3 inside the eye of the storm. And yeah, we were watching it develop, and you know, you just have that kind of sick feeling in your gut. We went through this with Irma in Florida last year, and of course the last couple of years, everyone up the East Coast has been concerned about one storm or another. And so it doesn't change whether it's heading for our house or in this case, you know, somewhere around North Carolina to Virginia, South Carolina. We all know people up there, and it just kind of hits you in the gut when you see this thing strengthening and know that the forecast is calling for it to come in as such a strong storm. So yeah, we don't like what we're seeing. I don't think you guys like much of what you're seeing on the ground either.
Well, listen, we're showing now a picture from space snapped by an astronaut from the International Space Station. You really get a sense of the scale there, the size of the state of North Carolina, which as it happens is right in the crosshairs of this storm. We made comparisons to Harvey, but as far as the East Coast is concerned, biggest since 1989. In your view, how dangerous is this storm?
Well, it is very, very dangerous. It's life-threatening. One of the things is we come out here, we do everything we can. We want to make sure that we get the best data going to the National Hurricane Center, the NOAA National Hurricane Center and the models, and to the emergency managers and to the media so we can get people out of the way because it is a life-threatening situation, and every time there's going to be those people who decide to stay. And, you know, we read about their names in their stories, and we want to try to know why they didn't go. I just want to make sure none of you viewers that I'll be reading about them here later in the week.
It's good advice. Heed those warnings, heed those orders. Paul Flaherty, stay safe up in the air. I know we're going to keep talking to you.
Okay, well, thank you very much.